All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're diving deep into a massive question for anyone planning for retirement. Should your portfolio be built for growth or for income? Now, the answer, it's not nearly as simple as you'd think. And honestly, getting this one thing wrong could literally cost you years of financial freedom. So yeah, let's break this down.
You know, a lot of investors, especially the ones who are really focused on dividends, might actually be going about it all wrong. The dream is to build up this amazing stream of passive income, right? Something that finally frees you from that 9-to-5 grind. But the way most people try to get there, it's often misunderstood, and frankly, it can be incredibly inefficient. So let's talk about that dream for a second. The idea of living purely off the dividends from your investments. I mean, it sounds absolutely perfect, doesn't it? Your nest egg never shrinks, and you just get this steady paycheck coming in. But the mountain you have to climb to make that a reality, oh boy, it is so much steeper than most people ever realize.
Okay, let's use a pretty common target. Let's say you figure you need about $60,000 a year to live comfortably in retirement. Well, once you factor in the typical 15% tax on qualified dividends, you'd actually need to be generating closer to $70,000 in passive income each year. So the big question is, how massive of a nest egg do you need to spit out that kind of cash?
Well, this is where the math can be a real wake-up call. Most of your solid blue-chip dividend stocks and ETFs, they're going to yield somewhere between 2.5% and 4%. So to get that 70 grand a year from a 2.5% yield, you'd need a staggering $2.8 million. Even if you find a higher 4% yield, you're still looking at $1.75 million. I mean, for most people, that is just an astronomical amount of money to save up.
When you see numbers like that, it's totally natural to start asking, okay, there's gotta be a better way, right? A faster path. And this is exactly what leads so many investors down a very tempting alternative path. Portfolios that are built around these high-yield funds, promising massive income streams even with way less capital.
So let's explore this so-called shortcut. It is absolutely possible to build a portfolio that generates a ton of income from a much smaller starting point, say just $500,000. It's a really alluring idea for sure. Here's kind of what that might look like in practice.
So a sample portfolio like this might blend some of those stable, blue-chip dividend ETFs like SCHD with higher-yielding things like REITs. But the secret sauce here, the real key, are these covered call ETFs. Things like SPY, QQI, and even the higher-risk BTCI. These specific funds are engineered from the ground up to do one thing, generate high cash flow.
And the result of a portfolio like this? Well, this $500,000 portfolio could kick off nearly $4,000 a month. That's over $47,000 a year in passive income. All of a sudden, that retirement dream feels so much closer, so much more attainable. But, and this is a big but, there is a hidden cost to this strategy.
And this is exactly where we need to pull back the curtain and get real. While all that income is super tempting, focusing on it too early in your journey can be a massive trap, especially if you're still in that phase of building your wealth. And to really understand why, we need to look at something much bigger than just the dividend yield.
So, this right here is the absolute crucial point, the concept of total return. This is the real way to measure how well an investment is doing. It's not just the dividend check you get in the mail. It's the dividend plus any growth in the price of the investment itself. It's the whole shebang. And that is the number that truly matters when you're trying to make your money grow.
Okay, let's compare these two strategies head-to-head. An income fund like SPETIY, it generates its high payout by using what's called a covered call strategy. Now, the simplest way to think about it is you're selling off your potential for huge gains in the future. You get paid cash up front for that, which creates the income, but you're putting a ceiling on how high your investment can go. On the flip side, a growth-focused fund like VOO just wants to capture all of the growth, the full capital appreciation of the S&P 500, no limits.
And here's the result. I mean, look at these total return numbers side by side. It's pretty stark. Year after year, the growth-focused VOO just blows the income-focused SPYI out of the water. By chasing that high dividend, you are leaving a significant amount of growth on the table. And what that really means is your principal, your nest egg, is growing much more slowly.
And this quote just captures the core idea perfectly. Building wealth and living off that wealth are two completely different jobs, and they require two completely different sets of tools. Using an income tool during your growth phase, it's kind of like trying to build a skyscraper with a screwdriver. It's just not the right tool for the job.
So now, let's lay out the actual blueprint for the right strategy during your accumulation years. This is a portfolio that's designed for one thing and one thing only: maximum growth. to get you to your goal as fast and as efficiently as possible.
A really powerful growth portfolio starts with a super solid base. First, you want what I call a safe and sustainable layer, something like SEHD or VYM, for a bit less volatility. Then, you need that foundational layer that just tracks the broad market. Think VOO or VTI, giving you that tried-and-true market average performance.
Now, on top of that solid base, you add your growth engines. This is where it gets exciting. This includes broad growth funds like QQQM, maybe a momentum ETF like SPMO to really capture what's working in the market right now. And then finally, a smaller, high-risk, high-reward slice for some sector-specific bets, like tech, semiconductors, or maybe even some of those Bitcoin ETFs.
You see, the goal of this entire structure is incredibly simple and singular. During your working and saving years, your primary, number one, top-of-the-list objective is to maximize total return. Just forget about the income for now. Your whole focus should be on growing that nest egg as big as you possibly can, as fast as you possibly can.
So, how does this all come together in the end? Look, it's not about choosing growth or income and sticking with it forever. It's about using the right strategy at the right time. It's really a two-phase approach to building and then later enjoying your wealth.
And this illustrates the whole journey just brilliantly. Step 1 is the accumulation phase. You use a growth portfolio, like the one we just sketched out, to build your financial house. Then, and only then, do you move to step 2, retirement. That's when you can make the switch over to an income portfolio, to furnish the beautiful house you've built and finally live off that cash flow.
So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. Take an honest look at your current strategy. Is it really aligned with your current phase in life? Are your investments busy building the house, or are they trying to furnish an empty lot? You know, knowing the difference, that is the real key to true financial freedom. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for watching. If this helped you, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell to get notified when we post new ones.